In this week's Signal Emitted, the Godot 2025 showreel is coming. Godot 4.5 is getting very close to being released. Also, there is our Creator Spotlight, our Game of the Week, Addon of the Week, and Tip of the Week. Welcome to Signal Emitted, your weekly news video for Godot related news. I'm Voylin, and don't miss this opportunity to get your project recognized by Godot and to have it being shown in front of thousands of people. What I'm talking about is the Godot Showreel. Every single year, they have this showreel, this short little video showing some of the best projects of the year, of the past year. And submissions are open right now. If you want to apply, you should go to the link, submit a video, follow the guidelines, and then voting will happen and hopefully you get selected. But yeah, if you have made a game or application with Godot this year, don't miss out on sharing it in front of this kind of a big audience. Last year's showreel was watched by over 400,000 people, and it is just a very great way to get your project being shown in front of that many people at once. Submissions close on October 1st, 2025, and voting starts on October 6th. This year, people who are supporting Godot monthly can vote as well alongside the Godot maintainers to choose which projects get shown inside of this showreel. Most people watching Signal Emitted are probably creators, and as a creator, this is an amazing opportunity to get extra exposure and possibly marketing for your projects. So don't miss out on this kind of a good opportunity. Be certain to check out the submission guidelines as well, so you don't waste your time by applying with the wrong things. And do not miss the deadline, as there are only 40 days left. And before we go on to the next topics and the Create Spotlight, I want to quickly thank all my co-supporters for making this whole series and Gozen and all my other videos possible. Thank you very much for your support, and if you want to become one of these amazing people, please visit the link in the description below. And then next up, I'm kind of excited for this because this week for the Creator Spotlight, I'm starting a new format in which I let creators introduce themselves and their channel to, well, basically give a better and more in-depth explanation of what their channel is about. And here's a creator who is kicking off this new Creator Spotlight format.
Hi, I'm Addon, Head of Research at Godot Game Lab. I make game dev courses for intermediate developers who want to dive deeper into game architecture, designing systems, refactoring, and much more. I made a Slay the Spire clone course spanning over 27 hours, split into 24 episodes. And I'm currently working on a single-player auto-battler series, which will be just as long as the deck builder by the looks of it. Everything I do is free and open source, so check it out on YouTube if you're interested. Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.
A big thank you to the Godot Game Lab channel for sending in a video, and as always, a link to the channel will be in the description, so check him out, subscribe to his channel if you like his content, and if you want your channel to be featured in this Signal Emitted episode, well, probably in the next ones, there will be a link to reach out to me in the description below. And then for some other topics, going back to some more Godot related news, Godot 4.5 Beta 6 got released, and it will be the last beta before the release candidates arrive. Probably. They don't seem 100% confident yet that this is the last beta before the release candidates, but it is not all bug fixes this time. SVG texture. We basically, well, I hope we all know it, but do we actually know it? Well, apparently not, as they're renaming it to DPI texture. SVG texture was only ever intended for scaling icons inside of the Godot editor itself. It was never supposed to be a general purpose SVG solution. Because users saw the name SVG texture, they rightfully thought that this was offering full SVG support, but this was never the case. So to avoid confusion for future developers, the name got changed to the whole DPI texture. And as for 4.5 and 4.6, full SVG support isn't planned, but hopefully it will come soon in one of the future versions after that. And then there is this piece of eye candy. This great looking environment was made with Godot 4.3 and is a great example of the capabilities of Godot when it comes to 3D. The project can be downloaded from the creators itch.io page, so you can experience this kind of like nice looking environment and atmosphere by yourself. And then over to Game of the Week. For Game of the Week, I present to you Time Survivor. In this game, you are fighting against time itself. You collect points, you upgrade your skill tree, and you survive longer and longer each round. If it says game over, it's not game over. You start again in a new time. But be careful which upgrades you choose, as some make your enemies stronger. Update 0.2 recently got released, adding a lot more upgrades, and overall it's a very fun game and also kind of challenging. It's available for free on itch.io, and as always there will be a link in the description to check out and give the game a go. And then it's time to add some add-ons. For this week's add-on I present to you Cogito. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but let's go with it. So Cogito is an open source template for creating a first-person shooter game. It features interactive objects, doors, items, lifts, chainable systems, ladders, combinable items, an inventory system, and of course different weapon types. There are a lot more features, such as save and load system as well, menus, basic NPCs, and much more. To find out everything, I recommend checking out the project with the link in the description. There's also the GitHub page with more information about it. And basically what Cogito does, it gives you the framework to build out your game more easily and more quickly. And another good benefit about using this add-on, there are a lot of video tutorials available on how to use it. So give it a go if you're thinking about creating a first-person shooter. And then for tip of the week, I have another quick one. Have you ever created a custom class or custom resource and want to make it easier to find when scrolling through the list of nodes and resources to add? Well, you can with @icon. Adding @icon with the URL to your icon will make your custom classes and resources appear with that icon in the list. This is helpful when creating custom add-ons to share with other users or for yourself to more easily find it. As a quick note though, remember to change scale with editor scale and convert icons with editor theme in the import settings if you are using an SVG file. I'm still suffering from my arm, so I cannot really code too much, so yeah. My tips are kind of short right now. Let's try it for a bigger tip next week. And yeah, this week was rather calm with news. So let's hope next week there will be a little bit more news. As always, a very big thank you to all my Ko-fi supporters. Thank you for supporting this series, Kozen, the other videos that I make. And subscribe if you want to see the next week's episodes. This is a weekly series, so yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.